Namaskar friends, myself Deepak Kumar Rath. I welcome you to the digital media of Uday India. Today in India Things, I will speak about something that is very irritating, even old system practiced in Kerala, that is called nokkukooli. It's a notorious practice in Kerala and parts of West Bengal, epitomizes how political patronage and outdated communist ideologies they have crippled economic growth and business efficiency in these states. Translating to gawking wages in Malayalam, nokkukooli is an extraction racket where politically backed trade unions demand payment for simply watching other work. This absurd practice has been a major roadblock to industrial progress, discouraging business, investors, and even ordinary citizens from engaging in economic activities without fear of harassment. Over the years, this phenomenon has played a significant role in the economic decline of Kerala and Bengal, two states once poised for industrial success but now mired in stagnation and dwindling investment. The issue of nokkukooli is so severe that it was recently raised in Parliament by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, who strongly condemned the practice and questioned why such dated and externist labor practices are being tolerated in Kerala. Sitharaman, during a heated discussion, highlighted how this system discourages ease of doing business and deters investments. Nirmala pointed out that in states ruled by the left or its ideological offshoots, a deeply ingrained culture of forced labor extraction has prevented economic progress. By raising this issue at a national forum, she exposed how communist-backed unions have strangled Kerala's economy and sent a strong message that the central government doesn't endorse such exploitative labor practices. Kerala, despite its high literacy rate and social indicators, has suffered greatly from the stranglehold of trade unions, particularly those affiliated with the Communist Party of India, Marxist. The influence of these unions is so pervasive that even small business owners, shopkeepers, and individual households are often forced to comply with their irrational demands. A businessman transporting goods to his shop might find himself paying hefty sums to union workers who neither load nor unload the cargo but merely claim their right to a gawking fee. Refusal to comply often results in threats, vandalism, or social ostracization. This deeply entrenched extortion mechanism has deterred industrialists from setting up factories in Kerala, forcing the state to rely heavily on remittances from its Gulf-based expatriates rather than local economic productivity. The irony is stark. While Keralites thrive in foreign lands, their homeland remains shackled by an archaic and exploitative system that discourages enterprise. The situation in West Bengal has been no different. The state, once a thriving industrial hub during British rules and the early years of independence, saw its economic decline accelerate under decades of communist rule. The culture of militant trade unionism embedded with practices like nokkukooli has driven away industries that once flourished in Bengal. The flight of companies such as Tata and Singur in 2008 was a glaring example of how deeply entrenched trade unionism, often backed by CPIM, led to industrial flight. Investors, wary of the unpredictable and coercive labor environment, sought greener pastures elsewhere, primarily in Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. The legacy of this extremist practice remains evident even today, with business in Calcutta and other parts of the state frequently encountering similar tactics from politically aligned labor groups. The impact of nokkukooli extends beyond just economic damage. It fosters a culture of entitlement and laziness among workers, normalizing the idea that wages can be earned without actual labor. This mindset, deeply embedded in Kerala and Bengal's working class psyche, has contributed to the state's high unemployment rates despite a relatively well educated workforce. It also burdens genuine workers who wish to engage in productive employment but are forced to comply with union mandates. Unlike other states, where a competitive job market determines wages based on skill and effort, Kerala and Bengal suffer from an artificially manipulated labor system where inefficiency is rewarded and meritocracy is stifled. Successive governments in both states have attempted to curb this practice, but political compulsions have often led to half-hearted enforcement. In Kerala, the government has on multiple occasions announced a crackdown on nokkukooli, but the ground reality remains largely unchanged, with local union leaders continuing to extract money under various pretexts. In Bengal, Mamata Banerjee's Trinamool Congress has replaced CPIM in political dominance, but the culture of strong arm labor tactics persists, albeit in different forms. The deep-rooted nexus between political parties and trade unions makes it nearly impossible to eliminate such practices without strong political will and grassroots resistance from affected citizens and businesses. Comparing Kerala and Bengal to states like Gujarat or Uttar Pradesh, where industrial policies encourage ease of doing business, highlights the extent of the damage caused by nokkukooli and similar extortionist practices. While other states attract foreign direct investment and large-scale infrastructure projects, Kerala and Bengal remain trapped in a vicious cycle of economic stagnation. The lack of industrialization forces thousands of workers to migrate to other states or countries in search of jobs, further weakening the local economy. For these states to break free from the shackles of communist area labor policies, a strong and resolute push for labor reform is essential. Government policies must prioritize worker efficiency and economic competitiveness over political appeasement. Strict penalties against extortionist practices, independent oversight of trade union activities, and incentives for business to invest without fear of coercion can help reverse the damage caused by nokkukooli. Only when Kerala and Karnataka rid themselves of these outdated regressive practices can hope to reclaim their lost economic potential and foster a culture of genuine work and productivity. That's all for today. Stay tuned with Uday India. Thank you.